This podcast is brought to you by Infinite Resources, a local staffing agency connecting diverse job candidates in central Iowa companies.
Amplified.
Welcome back to Black and Privileged in America podcast, power, love, and money conversations relevant to Black thriving. I'm your host, Abena Sankofa. We're set to explore the upcoming 4th annual Athene Black and Brown Business Summit, an event that promises to catalyze growth and opportunities for minority entrepreneurs and business owners. But first, catch Black and Privileged in America podcast everywhere you listen to podcasts, on the Amplified DSM YouTube channel, at amplifieddsm.com, and on all social media platforms. Today, we are welcoming two lovely leaders. In today's episode, we will delve into the heart of business, innovation, and inclusivity. Joining us are two phenomenal leaders, Katherine Harrington, President and CEO of the Des Moines Chamber of Commerce, and Angela Jackson, Senior Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at Athene and a member of the Des Moines Chamber's Executive Committee. Let's uncover the inspirations, challenges, and ambitions behind this pivotal event, the Athene Black and Brown Business Summit. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you
for having us.
Yay, I'm so glad you're here.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my birthday is like a special day for me, but it's still a day. Like I'm working, you know?
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm glad to be here with y'all.
You must love what you do.
I do. I absolutely love it. And shout out to Amplified. Shout out to Infinite Resources. Thank you.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
So today we're here to talk about the Athene Black and Brown Business Summit. And I know from the chatter in the community how incredible this event is and how much it's grown. I really want to get into that. And so I want to begin with you, Katherine. Can you share a little bit about the origins of the summit and even the impact that it's had on West Des Moines and the broader community?
Sure. You know, I was reflecting when you were doing your intro. It's all about power, love, and money is what the summit's all about. It's about how to build power within your business, how other people can empower you. And at the summit, there's so much love for helping others and promoting others and supporting others through those hallways. There's so much love and new connections that are made. It's phenomenal. So I'm just reflecting a little bit on your brand, and it's all about money. It's all about building legacy wealth for others and how we can support minority business owners and help them thrive and become billionaires. As Angela knows, I always say, let's help you become a billionaire because $1 million is not enough anymore.
Oh
like
my
a,
God.
So
it's like
right.
a drop
She's so
in the
right.
bucket. It's just $1 million is not enough anymore. It's
Okay,
just
wait.
not.
Stop there.
just
Because
not.
for a lot of the listeners out there, the goal is to hit the lottery, win it big, get a couple million, be set for life. So you're saying that that's not the case. $1 million is not enough.
Think bigger.
Think bigger. I'm intrigued.
That's exactly right. And if you're going to build legacy wealth for your family, for your family's family, and on and on and on, you need $1 billion, which you can do in America. Because luckily we live in America. We have opportunities like we don't in other parts of the world, right? We have the right time now, the right place, the right opportunity to help create billionaires. And that's really what I personally want to do.
Isn't that awesome?
It is very awesome. I'm struck by that and really intrigued, and we're going to come back to it because I got to let that simmer a little bit. Angela, for you, I know that this summit was a brainchild for you and Terrence Thames, who is a beloved member of the media community and the world. Like, he's a special person. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. When I first started my business in 2005, I had a lot of individuals in the community, black, white, any persuasion, ask how they start a business. And so Terrence was one of the people that came by to say, how are things going? How are you doing what you're doing? And we developed a good friendship. The West Des Moines Chamber has always been very supportive of my business. And so when Katherine said, okay, all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world, the murder of George Floyd, I think we should start a DEI committee for the West Des Moines Chamber. And I said, okay, then I think I should lead it. And
Oh, wow. So you said, hold on, not only do I agree with you, but I am the one to spearhead this.
And she was very gracious, and I was on the board at the time. But Terrence also had a passion around helping minority entrepreneurs, helping BIPOC, helping people learn how to grow in business. Him and Matt Gilbert and others, the community really needed it, and people leaned in, and they leaned in heavily. I mean, when we first started, we met every week.
Oh, yeah.
As a committee, you met every week?
Like we talk about now, like how exhausted we are.
Good Lord.
And how like tired my staff is and her staff is and everybody at Athene. Like we're excited for the summit, but we're like tired. And so then we think, oh, well, we used to meet every week.
Oh, yeah. and this was during pandemic, so we met a lot on Zoom, which kind of makes it a little easier, right?
Yeah, because you can turn your camera off when you're on Zoom.
Exactly. Don't have to get dressed and do all the stuff, right? But
from the neck up, you got to be on point.
Exactly. But I got the casuals on the bottom. Yeah.
But we recognize that people of color, people who are minoritized, people who are underrepresented, they have disproportionate hardships and challenges when it comes to starting a business, when it comes to scaling a business, when it comes to getting that bag, when it comes to becoming 6-figure, 7-figure, sustainable businesses, a business that somebody could purchase.
Yes.
And pass on.
Which is the goal, ultimately, is to sell that business. Yeah.
But most people don't even think about that. Most people are not in a position to do that. And Summit, any other name would not be appropriate. Just to say get together and have a conference, that's not it.
Yeah, I'm thinking conference or forum.
No, but you have to go to the mountaintop. You got to get wisdom from on high. You got to get wisdom from people who've been there. And that really is the genesis for the summit. So Terrence had this, great marketer that he is, great proposal. And I was like, wait a second, you got to show this to Katherine. Wait, we got to pitch it to all these different sponsors. Okay, so first we went to principal. We're like, please, we know, Miriam, please help.
Yeah, it helps to be in relationship with people.
Right.
That's social capital.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we kept pitching. And then Katherine went, oh, let me ask Christy if we could have it at Athene. And she was like, yeah, you can have it here.
We had so many people pile on immediately. I mean, it was really amazing. Banks, law firms, accounting firms, staffing firms, everybody all over was like, yes, we want to support, we want to help, we're on board. So amazing. Incredible.
Let me ask this, because I want to just circle a little bit. I mean, it's mind-blowing to me what you're doing. This summit it's mind-blowing, and I can't wait to get there. It is April the 18th and 19th. It'll be my first time going, and I feel like I cheated myself by not making plans 4 years ago when y'all started this. But
when you get there, it'll be the best time for you.
I cannot wait. The best time for all of us. Get there. Okay, so, gosh, where do I want to go? I want to get to the chamber, because the chamber is the hub of ideas and innovation around the summit. So what are the benefits for a business owner, an entrepreneur or whatnot, to become involved and become a member of the chamber? What's in it for them?
I love that. That's a great question. So we are like a family. We're an ecosystem that supports businesses and humans to help make them grow, thrive, achieve. It's kind of like the summit mission. We're there to help a business succeed. We're a support system. We connect them to the right people at the right time that can help them grow their business, because a lot of that is that social capital. You may know a lot of great things, but it's who you know that can help you get there. So we do, let's say you want to meet Dan Houston because you want to pitch him an idea, and he's very influential. We can get you a meeting with Dan Houston or any other CEO in this region. But we also like to spotlight our businesses. We like to amplify them. Speaking of amplified, here, thank you, Amner Martinez. But we really like to promote them, because if you don't know about this business, how are you going to know to shop there or buy their products or help them build a brand? So we help build brands. We help promote them. We are avid promoters on all of our social media channels. We've won award after award for the work we're doing locally and even nationally. So we're here to make sure we know about these companies so that they can succeed and they become billionaires. So
wonderful. I mean, Katherine spoke about the ecosystem. So Angela, from your perspective at Athene, what role does corporate America play in making sure that diversity, equity, and inclusion are important principles in the work that they do, and how that filters into the summit?
At Athene, we really are striving to do good, right? That's what Christy said. I want you to come over here and do some good. So, I mean, just really simple. We want to do good. And one way to do that is through the Black and Brown Business Summit, because we understand that it's part of expanding opportunity and doing good in the community. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, they're a part of our DNA at Athene. We want to make sure that people are able to deepen their education about other cultures. We want to make sure that our workforce continues to be one that is embracing of diversity, but also retaining a diverse workforce.
That's hard.
Retaining.
That retention piece, you get the diversity, but how do you keep the diversity? So all of that is covered in the summit?
Because people feel, okay, my community that I work in, because we all have a family community, they care about the things that I care about. And we want to make sure people have a sense of belonging. So our employee resource groups are pivotal and critical to our volunteer network that helps volunteer during the summit. They're greeters, they're timers. And people are excited. Like this morning, I was on one of our meetings for our ERG, and they were like, I'm excited to sign up. I'm excited to participate.
Wow.
And I'm excited to tell family and friends to participate. And we have great stories of people who have pitched and won the pitch, and they used to work for Athene. You couldn't ever imagine that. And not everyone is going to, let's face it, work in a corporation for 30 years.
Yeah, not anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
people leave a job after 2 or 3 years, moving on to the next opportunity.
And
So
so-
that looks different now.
Right. And it looks different now, and it probably will look even more different in the future. We want to give them the skills, soft skills, hard skills, technical skills, networking skills, friend-raising skills is what I call it. You have to raise friends. You have to create that sister relationship with others and have time to build trust. Well, I can't trust if you don't know what's important to me. And supporting Black business is important to me. Supporting minoritized communities is important to me. Supporting women-owned business, small business, supporting Latino businesses, Asian business, supporting businesses that have a hard time when they immigrate, understanding all of our rules and regulations. That's important to me. And so if you know that the company that you work for also believes those things are important, and you move to Iowa, because let's just face it, it's not like a cornucopia of diversity in Iowa.
Right, true
So
story.
when you move here, you're like, you know what? I work for a company that cares. And they also want more businesses around where they have an office, where they have their prime location, to also reflect the diversity of the community where we live.
So you hit on so many important points, and I'm going to kind of bounce off that. I'm going to share with the both of you a couple stats that I got from the U.S. Census. So in the United States, Pacific Islanders, Asians, and the Hispanic populations are the biggest. They show the biggest increases in population between 2020 and 2022. That's according to the U.S. Census in the country. In Des Moines, in the Des Moines metro area, the fastest growing, actually the Des Moines metro is the fastest growing metro population in the Midwest. That was new to me. I didn't know that. And of the 6-county area that comprises the Midwest, Dallas County is the fastest growing county. So there we are with West Des Moines and the Chamber of Commerce. How does that impact the way you think about this summit and how you build it out for the community and even globally?
Well, it is interesting, and this is a little known fact as well, but the greater Des Moines area is the second fastest growing immigrant population in America, which is mind-boggling per capita.
Yeah, mind-boggling.
Isn't that mind-boggling?
Yeah.
That's incredible. And if you look at our area, it has changed so much over the years, and it will continue to change. In about 20 years, there will be no racial majority in America, period.
Yeah. So
right?
what is because Angela just said it's not a cornucopia here, so what's the draw?
Oh my gosh, there were so many draws to the area. Do you mean? Is that what you mean to West Des Moines? Well, actually, we work closely with the city to position West Des Moines as the best city in America to live, work, and play, because it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or who you love. You are welcome in West Des Moines. So that's really at the heart and the core of everything we're doing as a chamber, everything our city is doing. They also have a diversity, equity, inclusion director, Audrey Kinnis, as well at the city.
We love Audrey.
We love
I just
Audrey.
met her. She's so sweet.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
So smart.
She's
Really.
so smart. So we're all moving together, singing from the same songbook, working really, really closely for that positioning to make sure everybody in the world knows you are welcome in West Des Moines. And that's why we do the Athene Black and Brown Business Summit, because we want to position our community, our city, our state. I mean, not just West Des Moines, but our state as the best place to live, work, and play, right? So this is an international summit. It's our fourth annual summit, and we have been making noise. People all around the world tune in, and I think we are making a big difference.
We are. I definitely know we are. It's funny, too, because I started this by saying how we started meeting every week, and then we're like, okay, we'll make this, this will be an Iowa summit. No, it's a regional summit. No, it's global. Go big, right? Go big.
Go big. That's a theme here that I hear from you two.
Yeah, because, why do anything with just a little? What'd you say? Just if it's worth doing, do it bigger?
And my motto is, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. That's kind of my that's a personal problem I have. So if you know Katherine, that's so if you know the chamber, that's true in every shape and form. But honestly, if we're going to help inspire minority business owners to go big, we also have to go big. We have to model. Let's go big. Don't think small. Don't think your backyard you're going to sell to. Think the world you're going to sell to. And how are you going to do that? And how can we help you accomplish that, right? It's all those things.
And we know the partnership with the chamber aligns with our philosophy of elevating underserved communities where we live and work. Historically, Iowa has consistently ranked in the bottom half of the U.S. for the number of Black business owners compared to its population. Now in the fourth year, we really understand that, and we want the Athene Black and Brown Business Summit to transform that, to reverse that trend. I know you say, what, really?
I mean, that's a lofty goal, Angela. I mean, it is a lofty goal.
Let's have a lofty goal.
Okay, go big. You just said that.
Go big. And we know that, like you said in the stats, like African Americans, Hispanic, immigrants, they will be here. And we want them to be here and thrive, right? We want them not to just survive. We want them to thrive. And our motto is Iowa, a good place to grow, right? Iowa, fields of opportunity. What does that mean to have the opportunity to be in a state that George Washington Carver really created many, many products from? That's a great legacy. Buxton, that's a great legacy. There are many, many people who could, grab onto that and say, you know what? I want to move from where I am, where I'm not being supported, to a community, to West Des Moines, to Iowa, that really is going to embrace my cultural experiences and allow me to lean in and support it. Not just lip service, but like actually come in and make a purchase.
There are a number of businesses, corporations who are leaning back from their DEI pledges. And the lean back may not look very obvious. It's not blatant, but it could be, underfunding ERGs or events and things like that. So I wonder, are you experiencing any pushback with this work, or how are you challenging corporations to not lean back, but to keep moving forward in the work of being inclusive and making sure that diversity and equity are at the forefront of their business model?
The cool thing is that Athene is all in.
Yeah.
Like the wonderful.
Well, I don't doubt Athene.
But we want everybody else to give us a run for the money. Mm-hmm. Put some more money in the pitch. It would be great if we could say, yeah, so we are giving away $100,000 again. We're super proud that we've given away $100,000 total to date. But it would be nice if some other big companies step up and say, yep, we want to give some money away too. And we want to make it big.
So what we're doing, a lot of people may not know this, but the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce, we're starting a foundation.
That's awesome.
So the chamber is a 501c6, but we're starting a 501c3. So I've built the who's who on our board and also advisory board. And by having a C3, that means people can donate and write it off on their taxes. Companies, corporations, individuals can all donate to the pitch competition. when we get there, right? It's not ready yet, and I would love to give away $1 million. Wouldn't that be amazing? Let's give away $1 million. Wouldn't that be incredible?
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, as you know, we like to go big.
Yeah, I
So-
love it. I mean,
so-
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like, there's this phrase people use all the time. It's like, put Iowa on the map. I think y'all have done that already. I think you may be changing what the map looks like.
Oh, I love that.
I really believe that. I'm just,
That's
I don't
amazing.
know.
That's
It's pretty amazing. I want to get back to the summit and the pieces of the summit. But hold on. Okay, I got to ask the obvious question because my show is called Black and Privileged in America podcast. We deal a lot with race issues. It's pretty amazing to me that the two of you are working together as a Black woman and a white woman, making sure that this event is a staple in our community and in our world. What has it been like working together? I feel the sisterhood, but what's it truly been like?
We get along so well every day.
There was like this collective sigh
we
when I asked
never
that.
fight ever.
Oh, come on.
Ever. It's just rainbows and unicorns every day.
And
Rainbows
balloons.
and marshmallows.
That's Nina's word. No, I mean, we have our moments because we're passionate people. And Katherine is super smart and really good driven. And she has an entrepreneurial history. Like, she's like tech savvy mama. Like,
I
she
read about you, Katherine. There's a whole long list of stuff. Hold on, I wrote some of it down.
Oh, goodness.
Most valuable philanthropist
Oh, yeah. Yes. I like
in
to fundraise.
2021 from the Great Outdoors Foundation.
Yes, I like to raise money.
Well, I mean, go big.
Yes.
I love that. And DEI management certificate from the Greater Des Moines Partnership
Yes.
last year.
Yes.
Okay, impressive.
Yes.
And a whole bunch of other things that I didn't have time to write down.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, driven. Yeah.
phenomenal. And so it's great to have somebody who pushes and is smart that you work with. And the whole chamber team is great. So we have built a wonderful committee through the DEI committee of committed hard workers, Bobby Segura, Terrence Thames, and many, many others, Jennifer Smith and Ida Wood. Like, they are all hard workers. And so people are passionate about this because, let's face it, not everyone is passionate about stuff. But when it comes to this and it comes to the success of the summit, we all hands on deck. We all want to make it successful.
Wow. So that, okay. So I tooted Katherine's horn, but I'm also going to toot Angela's horn. I mean, she's a business owner of the Great Frame Up Iowa in West Des Moines. She's an attorney, a lawyer. I mean, so what is that like? Is she strong-willed? What is that?
She's amazing. She's smart, and I think she knows the answer to everything. She really does, and she knows things before we know things. Angela's an incredible leader in our state, and I value our friendship so much. And really, her drive, her enthusiasm, her energy to make things happen and get it done is incredible. So, yeah, we love each other.
We have a good friendship.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, that's real. That's real. And it's hard
Yeah.
sometimes, I know, in my life, it's hard to find people to work with on certain things. I had a guest on a few weeks ago that talked about putting people in categories when it comes to initiatives and working relationships. This person prefers to put people in a category. And it seems to me like there's no categories here. You all appreciate each other, your strengths, and where one may be short, the other one picks up. Is that kind of what I'm
She's
getting?
such a cheerleader. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm not social media savvy, so we just let Katherine take the pictures. Like, we took a picture earlier, and I'm like, I don't know when that's going to get posted because it's on my phone. But she has, and that's not her only skill. She has tremendous other skill sets, and so I think we let the other person shine in those skill sets, and then it works.
That's awesome.
I love Angela's honesty, and you always know exactly what's happening. She's very, and to me, I've not always been the most direct person, and I appreciate Angela for being direct because you need that sometimes, right? You need to really know what's happening, what's going on, how you can help, how you can assist. And Angela, right away, which I love that. I want to be more like Angela.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
sweet.
She's so sweet.
That is so sweet. I mean, cheers to that. Cheers to being like Angela and
Seriously.
Katherine. Woohoo! There we go. So the pieces of the summit. Thank you. There we are. The pieces of the summit. I know that there is the pitch competition, which you talked about. So tell us about the pitch competition. What can we look forward to?
Yeah, I'd love to speak to this because I've been on that pitch committee for years and helped with Bobby Segura and Annie Brandt of Bank of America for this competition this year. So this year we have 7 winners. We had 106 applicants around the country.
106 applicants.
Okay,
Let that
wow.
sit in.
106 applicants.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so how do you find these people? They apply?
It's interesting now. We advertise nationally, so we do advertise nationally, but it's so much word of mouth now because we have a reputation. And I think the friends of the friends are like, oh, I was part of this last year, and they just keep sharing and sharing and sharing because they had a great experience, not only the pitch, but who they met, what they learned, and where their businesses are now, because people that pitched 4 years ago, now they are rock stars, superstars. Their businesses are booming like never before because they found the contacts, they have the confidence as well, and now the money and the ideas to generate to, go big. So it's fabulous. So we have 7 pitch winners from all the way from Des Moines, Portland, Baltimore, Washington.
Wow. Literally
Waukee,
across the country.
Yeah, North Hollywood, California. And then we have one surprise pitch that we will draw, which is really, really fun, on April 18. So we draw a surprise person, and they will split that $50,000 pitch purse, which thank you to Athene to helping us get to that $50,000 because that is super, super phenomenal. We would not have that kind of money if it wasn't without Athene's support. So it's huge, it's meaningful, and it makes a big difference in their lives. So
That's amazing. Go corporate partners. Thank you, Athene.
Yep.
That's amazing.
We want you to bring your drum so you can do a drum roll right before, from the book. We want you to bring it. And right before the 8th announcement, you should do the drum roll.
All you have to do is say it. I'm there with my djembe. I will bring my djembe for that one. And I just bought a new one that's really loud.
Awesome.
So. Okay, so then we have breakout sessions and info sessions. What are those? And tell us how that works.
And I counted, we have 100 speakers and presenters and educational folks. So 100 people are involved in the summit this year.
Wow, 100 people.
Gets bigger every year. Literally, it's 100, maybe 101, but it's easier to remember 100. And then we have 25 breakout sessions, educational sessions, sponsor sessions as well. So there's really something for everybody, every interest level.
And we have speakers who are coming from all across the country. So we have top leaders, thought leaders, as well as local leaders. They're going to be transparent. So it's not like your average conversation. It's tell me the stuff you wish somebody had told you.
Yeah, it's not all the pretty stuff. Like you can see the result, but how did you get there? So they're going to be sharing all the gory details. Is that what I'm getting?
Right.
I cannot wait. This is going to be awesome.
Very authentic. Those conversations in those rooms are really authentic. It's amazing. Yeah.
And then I read that you're going to do a welcome party and a minority business expo.
Yeah, that's new this year. So right after the first night, Thursday night, people are always like, they're really excited. Where do we go now? So people that are staying out of town, they just walk from Hilton Garden Inn right to the Smash Park. And from 6 to 8, we're doing a welcome party and minority business expo. There'll be about 20 of our minority business owners locally. We've got Black Capital, Paula Bell Consulting, Perla DeLuca, Rochelle Long with Taste of the Junction, Alphagon. The list goes on, right?
Yeah,
So that's going to be a fun event. We also have a special award that we're giving out that night too. So
Is that the Mel Essex Award?
That's on Friday.
That's on
Friday.
Friday. Okay. Okay.
That's something different and very exciting. Blanca Plasencia, co-owner of Alphagon, is our winner this year.
Oh, yeah.
Blanca's a change maker. She's amazing. So
We're so proud of that.
What is the origin behind the awards that you give? Like the Mel Essex Award and the what are the origins of that?
Well, there was an organization that was a business organization for African American business owners, and I received the Mel Essex Award.
yeah, she did.
For that.
Oh, that's so cool.
And it was really humbling. Deborah Carr was with an organization called ISCD Ventures at the time, and the person that it's named after, Mel Essex, was a social entrepreneur supporter. He really believed that it wasn't just about entrepreneurship. It wasn't just about having a good business plan, but it's about doing good as a business owner, leaning into the community, supporting others, making an impact in a way that was sustainable, not just, okay, one and done, nice, pat you on the head, good job, okay, but encouraging. And that's really the genesis around the Mel Essex Award.
I mean, it seems to me that aligns so well with Athene wanting to be that organization that is like the person Christy said, do good.
Right.
And then that Mel Essex Award, do good, what moment can you think of, Angela, where you were in the path of someone who wanted to do good and you benefited from that?
So many moments. I cannot say that I would be where I am now if it weren't for other people. And the other people didn't all look like me. Some of them did, but not all of them. And all of my customers that I've had at the Great Frame Up, the people who are supportive of the summit, the committee, the people at Athene that have put their hands to the plow and worked late and really leaned in to be good community partners when they didn't have to, all of those have been great supporters.
So wonderful. Okay. Wow. I get the fuzzies, the warm fuzzies hearing that. That's so wonderful. And I hope that everyone out there who is an entrepreneur, a business owner, find your person, your people, your community that is doing good and get in the path. And then hopefully one day you will be the person doing good and someone will get in your path and they'll be able to benefit from that as well.
We both can lean in and say Carol Chambers was a big person.
Who was Carol Chambers?
She used to be the CEO of the West Des Moines Chamber. And, when she became the CEO of the West Des Moines Chamber, I said, okay, well, I'm going to join again. Because, let's be honest. Chambers can be boring. Let's just be honest. And they can be people who are just not friendly.
I don't feel like the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce is boring at all.
So Katherine has not been boring at all. But Carol Chambers was like the first woman CEO of a chamber. And I said, okay, she's in there. I love her. I will join. And so I met with her and said, okay, I'm coming back to the chamber. You can't have a room full of stuffy people. And she said, okay, well, then you can come back and be on the board. I said, I didn't ask for that part.
Be careful what you wish for. You got voluntold.
I did.
Yeah.
She was, and you know how she does not play. And so then she said, okay, I'm going to retire. I'm going to step down. And then here comes Miss Katherine to the interview room. And I was like, she's perfect. Ball of energy. She'll just get it done.
Are you blushing? I think she's blushing.
And so but let me tell you, she had everything planned. She had like her 5-year plan, and she had her secret initiative on what she really wanted to do. And we're like, okay, she's going to make it happen, which is a big thing at Athene. We like to make it happen. Mm-hmm. She's driven, and so she's done a great job.
Very driven. And what's neat about a chamber, and you mentioned at the very beginning, it's a very innovative ecosystem. We really fill gaps in the community that nobody else can fill, maybe doesn't have the capacity to fill. So that's literally what we do as chambers, and especially the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce. So we find gaps, what the community needs. What does the community need? And that's exactly the Athene Black and Brown Business Summit, to support those small business owners. So we have created more than 30 new programs and events. We've won 15 awards. We produce 150 events and micro gatherings a year. We have 25 plus committees that all do this work, including the Latino Trade Network, the DEI Workplace Excellence Awards, the Best of the West Awards. The list goes on of how we promote different communities, different people helping businesses succeed. So I've got a lot of little pitches here.
I love that. I mean, what are some of the success stories that have come out of the Black and Brown Business Summit?
Amner's a great one.
I know there's a ton. Amner, yeah, let's talk about Amner.
Amner is a great one. He came to the summit. He pitched. He was one of the finalists.
Okay, I'm going to pause here because I remember Amner telling me that he was going to do it, but he was so nervous about speaking publicly. And he's a really good public speaker. So it went well, apparently.
He was so nervous. He was like, I didn't want to do this, Katherine.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good. And he was able to friend raise while he was there, make connections, and it has benefited his business. And he's been able to leverage those connections. And that's what it really is about.
Yeah, and then Israel might be fun to tell.
Tell that one.
Oh, because Israel is amazing. So he was our first place winner for the pitch competition, and Israel of Vibes, Tutson, he's amazing. He's coming back this year to tell his story, which I love, and he's now out in L.A. He was just on what's the show he was just on? Oh gosh. late night with Jimmy Kimmel. He was just on the Jimmy
Jimmy
Kimmel
Kimmel,
show.
that's
Yes,
huge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's just on Jimmy Kimmel show, and he's morphing his business. It's growing like crazy. I mean, he's killing it. It's so neat to see that, though. Des Moines man, moved to LA. He said, I can do this. I'm first place pitch winner. I can do this. And he's doing it in LA.
So it can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen here for
Yeah.
someone from here or connected to the summit.
Yes.
It can happen for
Yes.
them.
Yep.
This is awesome. I'm really happy about that. Gosh, that's amazing. I know your chamber's slogan is "The West is yet to come." I love that. So I'm thinking of that while you're talking about Israel and Abner. The West is yet to come.
Yeah, I love that. It's our 100-year anniversary this year. And
Oh,
Tom
congratulations.
Tom Florian, one of our VPs, amazing VP, he came up with that fun little slogan. That cute. So, yeah.
It is nice. So looking forward, how do you envision the future? Like, what's the future of the summit look like to you? And what do you think the summit's role in kind of shaping our economic landscape will be?
Well, I think expanding opportunity for more businesses. I would love to see those who participated in the pitch come back and pour into others. I feel like to whom much is given, much is required. And so if someone supported you, then you should also support others. And we also have something amazing that happens. I'm amazed that you haven't said amazing, Katherine.
I use that word a lot. I've been trying not to.
And the wonderful thing that happens is we have students in the audience. We'll have students from Drake University come. Drake donated tickets for students. And the amazing thing about that is we also have young students. So Bo James and Hip Hope and
yeah.
Bridget and Big Brothers Big Sisters will have participants there. We want the young people to catch the vision of entrepreneurship as a possibility. They should go to school. They should work for someone if that is how they get their skill sets, but they don't have to have one path. And I'm a firm believer that you can do many things in life. You don't have to just be one person or one thing. You can do multiple disciplinary things and do them all well.
I am a witness. That is amazing that you're reaching the youth. I think that's where, you plant that seed and it grows over time. And, there's this proverb, one plants, one waters, and then God gives the increase. I feel like that's what you're going for there. Am I right?
Very true.
And they're inspired. I mean, when they can picture themselves up on that stage or being that entrepreneur, that's so inspiring.
Yeah, because if they can see it, they can be it.
Exactly.
And we do have 2 young people pitching.
Really?
Yes.
The Abby and Gabby twins of Des Moines, Iowa. They're 11.
11.
I met them this week. Abby and Gabby twins of ABGT Shop, and they are amazing. I said the word amazing.
There it is.
There we go.
Okay, good. So the kids are involved. A vast array of minority businesses are involved. It looks like, corporate America is invested in this. You all are very passionate about it. Your teams are there and very supportive. What else is there? What else do you hope happens or that you hope to see? This seems like a well-rounded event. I cannot wait.
We want people to make connections. They may not all turn
I love
out
that
to
term,
be,
friend raise.
Yeah, they
I
may
know, I
not
do.
all
I love that
turn
too.
to be sisters.
I love
They
that
may
too.
not have the connection that we have because we have relationships that go deeper, but we want them to start developing those because we know, and we learned this during, the pandemic, if you don't have those connections, you die, right? If you don't have people to check in on you and don't care about you, and businesses can die. They can close. You can see one go up and you can say, that's not going to survive. Grand opening, grand closing. Because
Wow.
they don't
Yeah.
develop the relationship. It's about community. It takes a while to build trust. Like Katherine and I can fight. We can have disagreements, but we trust one another. Like I know she's got my back and she knows I have hers. Like don't mess with my friend.
Wow.
Because it takes time. And I think businesses have customers who are loyal, who give them that support, but it takes time. And so we're hoping that people build those connections.
Build connections. Are there any businesses that you, or maybe not specific businesses, but any fields or industries that aren't at the table, that aren't attending, that you wish would participate, show up, attend?
I think we have everything
Oh,
covered.
wow. Geez, that's
'Cause
awesome.
we have from investors, VCs, all the way from funding a business to folks that might want to work at a business. I mean, I feel like we've, in all the sectors, really broad range of sectors, because there's so many. It was interesting to see the pitch competition and all those applicants from around the nation and all the variety of different products, services that minority business owners are doing and working so hard towards. So it's a great question. I don't know if is there anything you think, Angela?
We're asking all dreamers, all innovators, all trailblazers. So if you have a dream, if you have an innovative idea, if you feel like you are a trailblazer and no one's recognized you, we want you there. Because you asked a great question. Are there any businesses or sectors that aren't there that you're not aware of? We don't know because we haven't met you yet. So come. Tell us your ideas.
Get there, people. Get there. Get your hind parts there. Gosh, this is awesome. This is really amazing. I am so glad that the two of you are here. I absolutely am thrilled to be coming this year myself, and I'm looking forward to learning a lot. As is my tradition here at Black and Privileged in America podcast, I always ask my guests to share with the listening audience a book that you either are reading or have read that has challenged you, changed you, moved you in any way. Which of you would like to share first? Katherine.
I do want to share a long-term dream goal that I have. I know Angela knows this really, really well, but with our foundation that we're building, I would love to build a literal building that we can have a giant building that is a support mechanism for minority business owners where we can all have our different offices, kind of like mainframe studios downtown, if you think about that for the arts.
That's where I work.
Okay. Oh, lovely. Yeah. I want to do that in West Des Moines. I want a mainframe studios for minority business owners in West Des Moines. But I almost maybe want an event center that's tied to that too, so people can use our event space to tell their story or whatever it might be. Wouldn't mind a little coffee shop too that's really unique and special and different, and so I've got some dreams. I want a big building to be able to do that. So that's my big long dream. Go ahead, Angela.
Thank you for sharing that. I'm crossing my fingers that it happens. We need that. Thank you, Angela.
You asked about a book that I'm reading,
yes.
And I am trying to finish Dr. Jolly's book, The Narrow Road. She was our keynote speaker last year, and it is phenomenal, but it's one of those that you can't read fast. You have to sit in it. So I was listening to her podcast, and I need to finish a couple chapters in that book. And then the next book that I want to read is The Wealth Cure by Hill Harper, who is our keynote speaker for this year.
I didn't mention our keynotes. There's keynote speakers. There are two.
Yes. We have Tiffany Pham, CEO of Mogul. She's amazing. I can't wait to learn all about her business. But we like the keynote speakers because people can sit and listen and absorb and get good content from them as well. We got a well-rounded summit for you.
I'm so looking forward to that. I also have a book recommendation. I brought it with me today. It is called An African American and Latinx History of the United States by Paul Ortiz. I will place it here so that you can get a good camera view of it. It really details the struggle of African American civil rights activists fighting Jim Crow laws to the Mexican labor organization or organizers that were warring against capitalism and the history of like abolition and how those things are intermingled. And I thought this would be a good book because we are talking about the Black and brown businesses and finding ways to support them. But I always find it helpful to understand the origins of all of that. So please check this book out by Paul Ortiz, as well as the book recommendations and the wonderful idea by our guests. Ladies, thank you so much for being here today.
It's been a pleasure. Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday
Oh,
to
hey.
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you
Thank
so
you for having us.
Yes. Well, again, thank you to Katherine and Angela for their insightful contributions today. It's clear that the Athene Black and Brown Business Summit is not just an event, but a movement toward a more inclusive and prosperous business community. To my listeners, mark your calendars for April 19th and 20th to witness and participate in this transformative event. And remember, by supporting Black and brown businesses, we are investing in a richer, more vibrant future for all. Stay tuned for more enlightening conversations here on Black and Privileged in America podcast, and please visit my website, www.abenasankofa.com. Stay engaged, stay curious, keep striving. Thanks for listening. Until next time.